it's Shell with Creative Shell Bear, and today I'm going to show you how to make aluminum can roses. So I learned this a few years ago, 6, 7, 8, can't remember, from a magazine, and I've made a few changes and kind of made it my own. So let's get started and I'll show you how I make them. So I have a large one and I have a small one, and you need a template or a punch. And I started with the small punches, and it's just a five-sided, 5-petal flower punch from EK Success. And this one's a small one, probably 1.25 inches or so, maybe 1 inch. And I went to a large one because I found the large ones and I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm going to show you with the large one because I think it'll be easier for you to see. So you need a clean can that you have cut the top off, the bottom off, and then just cut a slit in it. And then I just scrub it with some dish soap and dry it off really well. And I'm using green. I had some friends who had these cans laying around in their yard, so I just picked them up and use them. And you're just going to punch out. So I just have a green one. They're not too hard to punch with this particular punch. If you don't have a punch, you can kind of maybe find something on the internet and you can cut it out using your scissors. But the punch makes it so easy. Okay, so I got me a green one. You just need one green one for the leaves, unless you want your roses green. So, and then I have this can, and I think this is like from some kind of tea can or something. And we really we don't drink out of cans hardly ever. And so what I do is when I do see them on the side of the road, I've been known to yell at my husband to please stop so I can get the can. And if they're not nice, we still pick them up and we recycle them. Just because I think that you need to, it doesn't hurt to take care of the environment. And plus, I think cans right now here are like, sorry, it's really loud. It's like 50 cents a pound for cans. So, we kind of get free money whenever we recycle some cans. I only need one more. Okay, so you want 4 of these for your actual rose. And they just kind of get stuck in there. If it gets too bad, just kind of clip it again and it'll kind of release the aluminum foil. So it's not too bad, the aluminum can. Sorry, that was really loud. Okay, so you're going to need 4 of these. And you need a hole punch. And you can use, whatever you have. Usually I use my Big Bite, but this is a fine hole punch. So you need a hole punch, and you're going to go right in the center of each one and just punch a hole. And I just kind of estimate it, so that it just is about centered. It's not perfect, but and this kind of sharpens your tools and stuff too, so don't worry about it hurting them any. And you just want to punch a hole in the center of every single one of them. Okay, and then you need a little brad, and you can use whatever you have. I just use just a, whatever color and I have. And then if you're going to make them into bracelets or earrings, then you want something to attach them to. So, for a while I was using these really nice, just a solid, let me see if I have one so you can see it. Here it is. It's a solid metal, and it has a little hole in it. And I was using these, but they're so hard to find here. So I was ordering off the internet, and then I thought there's got to be an easier and a cheaper way. And for a while I was using little rivets, you know, so it has a top and a bottom, and then I would put those together, make sure I have my little hanger thing on it, but I'm just doing something easier and something cheaper, because rivets are hard to find too, and so I'd have to order them off the internet. And so I went with the brad and the jump ring, and I'm using an oval jump ring here because I figured that would give me more room if I, you know, decide to turn it into an earring or something. These are kind of big. These are about, I'd say, 1.5 inches, maybe a little bit over 1.5 inches. And so, you know, for an earring, that would be pretty big. But if you're going to use an earring, make it as an earring. I would definitely suggest some sort of jump ring or something like that. Okay, so let me show you what I'm going to do. You want your first cans to be right side up. So you want 4 right side up with your green one on the bottom, and then the top one is going to be upside down. And that's because you're not going to see that, and so you're just going to put your little brad through them all. Like that. And then just flip it over, and then go ahead and put your little jump ring on there if you're using it. And then just open your brad. And that way it's on there, it's, you know, it won't come off. But if you need something to hang, you know, something from, if you're going to make a bracelet or something, you want to add these jump rings. Okay, and then you just want to make sure your brad's really well pressed down. I like to make sure it's really tight, that way when you go to start your rows. And you want a pair of these, you know, this type of pliers, the round nose. Okay, and then you're just going to start with each petal. Just turn it back around, and you're going to start with each petal. The first one, part of a rose, is really closed up and tight, and that's why you want to have the back side showing on this one, because it's really because all you're going to see is the colored part when you know, finish the petal. So you're just going to kind of do that, and you're just going to go all the way around. Just use your pliers, and it takes, you know, some practice. You can do it however tight or however loose you want it to go. And I use my fingers a lot and kind of get in there. Especially the first part is going to be kind of, you know, hard to get started, especially if you're not used to it. So just practice. If you pop off a leaf or something, you know, that's okay. Just keep on moving, and, you know, sometimes it'll break. You want to be careful. It's a little bit sharp, but I've never really had a problem. I don't think I've ever cut myself, but, you know, I try to use caution. And you just want to kind of wrap that first petal tight, and see how it's kind of making a little rose center. And these don't take all that long. A lot of times I will just cut out tons and tons of cans, and, you know, I throw my scraps in my recycle heap, or my recycle bag, and sit in front of the TV, or, you know, in the car or something if I'm on a long road trip. And I just do that. So this one, you know, you kind of want it all, the first one, to kind of encapsulate, you know, it's all going to be kind of together like that. See how that does? Okay, so that's the first one. You can kind of push it towards the center at the bottom, so it's, you know, a tighter, compacted bud. I kind of do that sometimes. Okay, and then when you do your next one, you just want to kind of, and sometimes I turn it, you know, so it's kind of off-centered from the one above it or below it. See how it's kind of off-centered. So, and you're just going to lightly turn the petal. Just lightly, because it's a rose, and that's kind of... And then what I do is I kind of put my pliers there and just kind of bend it so that it kind of shapes correctly. And then at the bottom, I'll just kind of press. And this is where, you know, just kind of be careful because it can break right there. Then you just want to go around the whole way with that layer, just slightly. Kind of indent the center. And then just press it on. Oops, and my jump ring fell off. Good thing is though, you can put the, if you decide to use those, you can put them on at a later time too. That way it's guaranteed not to fall off. So you're just going to go around like that the whole way. And as you go out, you'll be folding your rose petals more and more, because, you know, as they open, it will just get, the rose petals just open more and more. So that's how you'll complete it. So see, then you get that, and I won't do the whole thing. But then when you get down to the bottom, I just fold them in. You know, I fold one side in, the other side in, and then I just give it a smash with my pliers. And that's how I got the leaves. I added the leaves to, you know, from the original pattern. And I got the pattern from some magazine, and I have no idea what magazine it was. And it's totally, I've never been able to find it again. So I don't know where it ended up. But see, if you look at the end of it, see how I have the, you know, the bottom one is probably over halfway done. But I would just recommend practicing. You know, practice makes perfect. And the good thing about roses is they're not perfect, and they don't have to be perfect. But you know, you can just pick whatever ones you like to get whatever color you want. Here's one that doesn't have the greenery on it, but you know, it's just a blue and red rose. Let me show you some other ones. My sister made a bunch of these, and see how she just did it, a flower or whatever design she wanted to do at the time, and she left the bottom ones just plain. It looks like she kind of curled them under a little bit. So I mean, you could just let your creative juices flow and create whatever you like to. So I hope this video will give you some inspiration to get out some cans, get out your punches if you have these, or like I said, you can just cut around, you know, a flower, just cut a flower shape, and you can do the exact same thing. So I was going to tell you guys, we're getting so many subscribers right now, and it's wonderful. I'm so glad that you guys are here, and I hope you're, you know, getting some inspiration with my site. And so I'm going to have a drawing on November the 15th, and it's just going to be a surprise package. So from the beginning, so for anyone who leaves a comment on any of my videos, they will be entered into the drawing. But please just leave one comment. You only get entered one time per video. So go ahead and leave those comments, and you'll get entered into the drawing. And I was watching that Aunt Bex Creations, and I'll put a link to her video below. But you know, she wants to reward, and I got this idea from her, she wants to reward people who actually watch her videos, and I think that's really awesome. So I'm kind of stealing that from you, Aunt Beck. Thanks. But I want to reward, you know, you guys who just encourage me and, you know, inspire me to keep on going. And, you know, I think it's just really great. So on November the 15th, I will put in every a name from every comment. So, you know, you have a good 15 days or 25 days or whatever from today. And if you comment, your name will go in there. So if you comment on every video till then, your name will be in there, you know, 25 days or whatever. And I will do a drawing on random.org. So, and you will, whoever wins will get a surprise package. So it could be, you know, some roses. It could be some stamps. You know, no telling what I'll find between now and then. So thank you guys so much for inspiring me and for all your support. I really appreciate you guys. So I hope you liked this tutorial. Just leave a comment below, and you know, if you'd like to see more, or if I wasn't detailed enough, then please let me know. And I would love to see what you guys create. Come see me on Creator Shell Bear at Facebook. I'll leave a link below. And there's not very many of us over there right now, but you know, I imagine sooner or later we'll have quite a few people over there. I'm hoping. So you guys come see me, and thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a great day.